Viewers, you're watching a special broadcast on Times Now, and who do we have? I'm told we're joined by a special guest. Who do we have? I'm being told that we're joined by Danny Morrison. Is that correct? Ravi Shastri. I think there's some confusion. You know, we're joined by someone who, imitates and mimics cricketers and commentators. The very talented Shaarang Shringarpure is now with us on Times Now. Shaarang, good evening. Thank you for speaking to us.
Oh, you bet you're gonna love this. This is Danny Morrison reporting from the city of Bollywood exclusively for Times Now.
All right. The voice and those eyes of Danny Morrison, who cannot relate. But, Shaarang, before we get going, how did you start doing this?
Yes, so thank you so much, first of all, for having me over here. My name is Shaarang Shringarpure, and I'm super thrilled to join your channel for this wonderful segment. So I'll tell you how it started in a very brief way. So basically, I was brought into cricket by my brother, who is like a super passionate fan about the game, and he taught me everything that there is to know about the game. So at the age of 7, I got so mad and so passionate about the game. Like what I used to do was, there's a bat somewhere, I've kept it like a trophy. I used to hold the bat and create a game-like simulation. Like I used to emulate an actual game. I used to hold the bat in front of the mirror and imagine that I'm Sachin Tendulkar facing Glenn McGrath at the MCG with the Channel 9 commentary, Ian Chappell, Richie Benaud, Tony Grieg, Bill Lawry, all of these folks. So if that game is played in England, the Sky commentary will come into the picture. If it's played in the West Indies, the Caribbean commentators, and so on and so forth, right? And that's how I was able to capture all the accents, because inherently I was actually creating that atmosphere in my mind of an actual game and capturing that atmosphere and practicing it in a way that, years later it's kind of helped me practice those accents and those voices perfectly, I hope.
I can tell you this, that some of the clips that I have seen on social media, you're fantastic. Which is why we are having this conversation, so that our viewers get to know your talent. So let's start with the Channel 9 team. The great Tony Grieg, Bill Lawry, Ian Chappell, Richie Benaud, Mark Taylor. If they were commentating on the India-Australia series, what would it be?
Yeah, so the Channel 9 commentary, like I said, is super special. And if Ian Chappell, for example, was commentating on today's BGT.
Well, the last thing the Australians need, is to frustrate Virat Kohli and have an angry Virat Kohli out there, because we know that he gets motivated to score even more runs when he's really, really angry.
That was Ian Chappell. Then moving on to Richie Benaud.
Well, we know what an angry Virat Kohli can do, but at the very same time, we've got a marvellous innings from a certain Mr. Nitish Kumar Reddy. He was absolutely magnificent.
Tony Grieg.
Well, I'll tell you what, the best thing I like now about the border-gavaskar trophy is the fact that there's a little bit of needle to it. First it was Stark and Jaiswal. Then you had Suraj coming into the picture. I absolutely love it. Things are getting fired up.
Bill Lawry.
Wow, it's a superb series. It's a fantastic series. Wow. Oh, my goodness. This guy, Jaiswal, he's a firecracker. He's a lovely player. Reminds me of my younger days. Just kidding. Can't wait for the last day of the border-gavaskar trophy, the 4th test.
Yeah, you were superb. To capture, such legendary commentators and to do it with this ease is fantastic, Shaarang. I mean, I have no words really to describe, nor do I have a script. I am just, like a fanboy asking you to do things, and you're doing it so well. Imagine a situation, Shaarang, where you have Virat Kohli, where you have Rohit Sharma talking about Ashwin's retirement and also taking questions about his performance.
Okay. So Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have asked me why Ashwin's retired, but you know, अब मैं क्या बोलूँ? I mean, it's something that you should be asking him. I've asked him to wait, but clearly he's not listening to me. आप लोग ही कुछ बोलो यार, सुन लेगा शायद. Yeah, and about my form, look, I mean, from the outside, it may look like, you know, I'm not getting in good shape, but I know in my mind what I need to do. Yeah, I mean, we are professionals, so we know what needs to be done to get the right result. And yeah, अभी और क्या बोलूं? अभी run बनाएगा तभी you guys will come to me. अभी चलाओ तलवार, I guess.
Lovely. You know, if Rohit Sharma gets to see this, you're going to get a phone call. So, you know, let me give you another situation. Imagine Ravi Shastri, Sachin Tendulkar and MS Dhoni discussing the Virat Kohli and Constas face-off.
Okay. I'll also add Ricky Ponting to the mix since he had a lot of views about this. So, yeah. Ravi Shastri.
I tell you what, you know, I know Virat was a little out of line for what he did. Fair enough. But I still think, you know, this hue and cry in the Australian media. They always do that, right? They always have this, they always blow things out of proportion. I think that's absolutely nonsense. They've taken it out of proportion. And I believe, you know, this has got to that level now where the entire nation is going to stand up to them.
Then Sachin's views.
Yeah, definitely, Ravi. I think if you look at it, Virat is very aggressive on the field. And sometimes, you know, it can look like he's brash, but I don't think so. I think he does that to motivate his game. And it improves his game. So I think that's the main thing. Apart from that, I think the match referee has done his bit. You know, they've fined Virat 20%. They've done their bit. Now there's no point discussing too much about it and giving the other side a lot of importance.
Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, look, folks, I think Virat Kohli is in the wrong out here. Now, I've said that multiple times. He's walked one whole pitch to the right to get to Sam Constas, and he's pushed him. There's no place for physical contact in sport. He's done that confrontation, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that Virat Kohli is in the wrong.
Now bring in MS Dhoni into the mix.
And even MS Dhoni. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about Dhoni.
No problem.
Yeah, MS Dhoni.
It does not really matter what we think from the outside about this. The match referee is the most important person out there. And if he thought that the 20% fine was a correct fine, then, you know, we are not anyone to judge. The matter is ended. And let's talk about the game more and not about these things.
Fantastic, Shaarang. Lovely to hear, you know, those four voices. And you were so good. I couldn't tell. I think of these four, Ravi was just on point. So were the others. It's hard to tell which is, you know, one was better than the other. Very good. So, you know, if you could show us a piece. Imran Khan, you know, talking about the sad state of affairs in Pakistan cricket with, say, Ramiz Raza.
देखिए पाकिस्तान के पास पहले तेज तरीन गेंदबाज हुआ करते थे, पर अब जो है वो इंडिया तेज तरीन गेंदबाज ला रहा है. तो खुशी भी है कि इंडिया वैसे तेज गेंदबाज ला रहा है, पर एट द सेम टाइम दुख भी होता है. पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट एक जमाने पे यहाँ पे हुआ करती थी, एंड आपको ठीक करने के लिए उसका डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चर ठीक करना है. जब तक आप डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चर नहीं ठीक करेंगे तब तक कुछ भी ठीक नहीं होगा.
And Ramiz Raja.
कंडीशंस पाकिस्तान के लिए काफ़ी मुख्तलिफ है. तो मैं समझता हूँ कि जो आपके जो कप्तान है, जो आपका बोर्ड है, वो बार बार जब चेंज होगा तो इट विल नॉट वर्क आउट. एंड आई थिंक इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट इट स्टेज स्टेबल, एंड वो स्टेबिलिटी ही होगी जो इट विल टेक पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट समवेयर.
You know, if you could bring in Navjot Sidhu into the mix, you know, especially Sidhu reacting to what the Australian media wrote about the Virat Constar spat?
You know, I like to say about this Australian media, you know, they're all talk. They're all talk without any action, right? To the Australian media, I would like to say, if you hit us below the belt, we'll hit you 6 inches below. This is the Sardar from Jalandhar talking, and he's talking straight to you.
Of the, you know, Caribbean commentators, who's your favorite?
Of the Caribbean commentators, I
Enjoy Michael Holding a lot. He's a fantastic commentator because he prioritizes test match cricket. He thinks T20 cricket is for jokers, it's cartoonish. But his love for test match cricket is just on a different level.
Brian Lara,
Yeah, I think so. Ravi Ashwin is the kind of bowler who would have given me a lot of problems. He was similar to Harbhajan in the sense that he could vary his pace very nicely. And that's what troubled me most when I faced Harbhajan. And I think Ravi Ashwin would have given me similar troubles.
You know, can you do, you know,
my favorites.
if you can,
Lara
I mean, I'm throwing this at you. Yeah, so, you know, let's do this, Shaarang. You know, imagine a situation where you have Rohit Sharma on one side, who's obviously struggling to score runs in Australia. And he bumps into Sachin Tendulkar. And, you know, Rohit is saying that, look, I'm trying my best, run nahi ban rahe hain. And, you know, what would or how would Sachin advise him?
So Rohit Sharma comes to Sachin. यार सचिन भाई रन बन नहीं रहे वैसे जैसे होने चाहिए आप यार कुछ एडवाइस दो जिससे you know things will get a bit better because you know you've been in this situation, you're so experienced, you know it will help me a lot. Yeah, Rohit, see, don't forget when we are out of form we tend to concentrate a lot on our weakness, but don't forget your strengths. You're the best puller of the ball, best hooker of the ball. Okay? You leave the ball very well usually. It's not happened over here. But just remember your good innings. What you did well in those innings. If you remember that, I think that should stand you in a good stead. And you're still timing the ball really well, mind you. So focus on that. You're playing well, and I know you will get there.
Fantastic. You know, if you could also show us how would Shaun Pollock react to the state of affairs, things which are going on?
Yeah, in fact, that's a very good question. Everyone is so busy with the India-Australia game, they've sort of forgotten that there's a South Africa-Pakistan humdinger that happened right now. And South Africa, you know, they faced a lot of problems. The Pakistanis were absolutely terrific. They were on their top game. And now suddenly South Africa have come back and won that game out of nowhere, out of thin air. So yeah, it's not just India-Australia going right now. Please have a look at the South Africa-Pakistan series. I think this was one of the best tests I've seen for a long, long time.
Fantastic. That was 100% Shaun Pollock. You know, one could close their eyes and the only thing that comes to your mind that this is Shaun Pollock speaking. You don't even need to, you know, put anything there, you know, in text to indicate to people that this is Shaun Pollock. You're very good, Shaarang. You know, let me give you another one. So imagine a situation where you have Sanjay Manjrekar on one side speaking to Ravi Shastri about how cricketers are taking IPL more seriously.
You know, this is Sanjay Manjrekar speaking. IPL is one of the biggest boons for Indian cricket. You know, it's made the Indian cricketer confident. The young Indian cricketer is confident today, right? When we came in, you know, we had this fear. But the young cricketer is fearless. So I think it's a boon. But whether technically it is something that needs to be addressed, that needs to be seen, because I think technique-wise, we had players in the 90s you think were better. I'm not saying they were better players, but technique-wise, per se, you would say that they were better players. Ravi, your opinion on this?
Look, Sanjay, I think I agree with what you said partially. But I feel there are a lot of young players who want to play domestic cricket today. And these guys want to get into the grind. They play the IPL, they get the money. but they bloody well know is Test match cricket, which is the real deal. You know, that's where they're going to be tested. That's where they're going to be remembered. And a crucial 50 or 60 is going to be remembered more than a random 100 that comes in. So they know Test cricket is the real deal.
Very good. Let's, in the beginning you were saying that, some of your favorites are also from the Sky commentary team. If you could show us a glimpse, Shaarang.
Yeah. So I love the Sky commentary team. The current team, which has Nasser Hussain, for example. This is Nasser Hussain, and I think the word great gets used so often these days. It gets overused, but it has to be used for someone like Bumrah. He's truly a great. Jasprit Bumrah is going to retire a legendary bowler. He already is a legendary bowler. Mike Atherton. You're absolutely right about that, Nas. For a change, you're right about something. Bumrah is a great bowler. He's right up there with the Marshalls and the Akrams of the world. And he's a great thinker of the game as well. You know, it's not just his skill. It's the fact that he's a great, great thinker of the game that sets him apart from everyone else. There's David Lloyd as well.
David Lloyd is a tough voice to mimic. As you can see, it's taking a lot of strain on my voice, but it's a bloody good voice. And the fact is, he brings a lot of excitement to the game in the Sky commentary. That's true.
Here we are talking about the English commentators. How can we not talk about Sir Jeffrey? Sir Jeffrey, come on.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head, didn't you? I mean, Sir Jeffrey, I tell you, today's catching, India, the way India were catching today, I was absolutely rubbish, right? I mean, I never mince my words. It was absolutely rubbish. I've seen school kids catch a bit better than that. The batting, India's batting is poor as well at the moment. So they're facing two problems simultaneously. But the thing is, Australia is not playing great cricket either. It's a good pitch. I hope India wins at the MCG. But that's what it is. I call a spade a spade. If it was rubbish, I'd say it was rubbish.
Shaarang, Tony Grieg gets asked a question. The question is, who do you think is the better cricketer, Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli? How would Tony Grieg respond?
Well, I've seen Tendulkar play in his prime, so I know the kind of impact this guy had. All right. Kohli is great, don't get me wrong. Kohli has won a lot of games for you guys, right? But Sachin's on a different level altogether. You know, he brought the entire nation together. I have seen absolutely cricket-crazy fans at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium dancing in the aisles, going absolutely berserk. They were going wild. And I haven't seen that fan following for anyone else. But due respect, I think both are legendary players. It's not fair to compare, but if you ask me, I'd say Sachin.
Wonderful. Let's do both the wicket keepers now. Adam Gilchrist and MS Dhoni talking about the India-Australia cricket series, the border-gavaskar trophy.
Well, this is Adam Gilchrist for you guys. Look, I think this has been a great advertisement for Test match cricket. I think, you know, you just want a series like this, don't you? You know, mouth-watering contest, intense battle. You know, Jaiswal going up to Stark and saying it's coming too slow. Whew. I mean, that was something else, wasn't it? That was a different level altogether. MS, your thoughts on this?
Definitely, Gilly, that was on a different level altogether. Also, the fact that I think India has not been defeated for the last 10 years. So this history behind the trophy makes it even more special. You know, when you're associated for so long with a particular series, then the emotions involved are something else. So I think this is a great contest between two great nations, and may the better team win.
Now, Shaarang, before we end this, I can't let you go before you show us how these cricketers and some of these legendary commentators would wish Happy New Year to each other and to our viewers on Times Now.
Okay, so I'll wish a special Happy New Year for everyone.
This is Sachin Tendulkar wishing everyone a very happy new year. Now, when it comes to new year, we see a lot of new year resolutions floating around. Don't just make the resolutions. Be disciplined and follow those resolutions.
This is MS Dhoni wishing everyone a very happy new year. What should matter is doing the basics right. Focus on small goals. Focus on the process and not key where the end result is. The result will take care of itself. Happy New Year. Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, I guess Happy New Year to everyone. और क्या बोलते हैं, like do a party, but yeah, थोड़ा मतलब no, क्या वो इसमें normal इसमें करना है, don't go overboard, but yeah, I guess Happy New Year यार, और क्या बोलूं.
Let's bring in the others also. You have Ravi Shastri waiting to, wish our viewers a Happy New Year.
This is Ravi Shastri wishing you a very happy new year. Party like an animal, but make sure you are a responsible citizen. Don't drink and drive. That's what I'd like to say. Baaki sab chodo yaar, enjoy everything.
And we'll have Ricky Ponting.
Yep. Happy New Year to everyone. I think it's been a great year for Test match cricket. I hope the next year is even better. We've got the Champions Trophy lined up as well. So, yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
This is Danny Morrison wishing Times Now viewers a very happy new year.
Wonderful, Shaarang. It was lovely chatting with you.
You can tell me if you want some more, I can go.
No. This is enough. I'm sure the viewers enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a wide smile on my face throughout the show. It was lovely to have you. We wish you all the best. A Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah, thank you so much. Firstly, for having me, Pranesh. I think you have been absolutely amazing. This was a great experience. Yeah, my first time on television. So it was just an experience that I will remember for the rest of my life. So thank you so much for having me over here, and a Happy New Year to everyone.
Pleasure, Shaarang. Thank you.